Okay fam, so I'm in Bali, Seminyak Beach. Beautiful beach. Not as sand-wise, not as clear and clean as Sydney, but this is the type of sand they got here. It's a little bit darker. But the beach, surf beach, a lot of people learning to surf. Very early, I only arrived last night, about 9 PM, so I didn't even see it during the day. But so far, Bali looks so good. Indonesia, I've never been here before. All the beach bars, all the little shops, I'm going to do a little walkthrough of Seminyak. I'll probably do a few different videos of different areas of Indonesia. But guys, what a beautiful spot. Reminds me a lot of Thailand. Except the only difference is the people seem a little bit darker in colour. Still Asian, obviously. But yeah, just a little bit different. So it's nice to be in somewhere different for a change for 2024. My first overseas trip. But let's have a check of Seminyak in Bali in Indonesia. Okay fam, so I've just come off the beach and the surf itself, and there's these beautiful little walkways that's built all along here. Ooh. I've got a dog going off down the bottom there, but these beautiful walkways and bars and that all along here. So it's really really pretty. A lot of people doing the exercise. You can see one past me, the bars are just about to open, so I think this is their opening time around now. It's almost 9 AM, so it's still very early. But like I said guys, so far, it's only been an hour or two that I've been here. But it looks fantastic. I can see why people love Bali so much. Just a nice sort of atmosphere, a nice relaxed atmosphere. Very similar, like I said, to Thailand. It reminds me of Thailand quite a bit. But anyway guys, this is the beachfront itself. From Seminyak, you go by moving further forward, Double Six Beach, and then Kuta Beach. Kuta is the most popular, I think, area for tourists. This bit's a little bit quieter, which is why I like it. Not as many tourists, so you can sort of explore properly. And I love all these, just like Thailand, they've got all these statues everywhere. But the interesting thing, my driver told me, they picked me up from the airport, you see there behind me. Over here in Bali, I mean, Indonesia, I think, is the most populous Muslim country in the world, which is interesting in itself. However, what he was saying to me, Bali itself, they're Hindu, mainly Hindu. And you see the Muslims that come here, they usually come from outside of Bali, which is interesting again, so I didn't even realize that. So a little bit of history, a little bit of facts that I learned from my driver. So I'll be giving you a little bit more of that as we go along. Okay fam, so this is the main road that goes through Seminyak. And this road, it's a main road. It's a main road, but it's a small street. Really, you can only fit maybe one car up, one car down. But one thing that's quite interesting here, similar to Thailand, hi, how are you? Similar to Thailand, they love paving, and the great thing is it's paved. As you can see behind me, there's a footpath there where you can walk on because it's busy. I mean, cars, trucks, it's still early, but it's quite busy. But what they do is they pave the footpaths with home tiles that you use for your house. So what happens, and it is the end of their rainy season, so it does rain a little bit on and off. When these tiles are wet, they are lethal. I mean, you can, if you run on there, and I learned this in Thailand, you stop, you got your, what we call thongs in Australia, flip-flops if you're from overseas. You can't stop. It's like being on skates. You go sliding on this thing. So if you do travel, be very careful on these beautifully laid paths, but they're tiles, and the tiles are slippery. And I don't know why they do it. In Thailand they do the same. I think it's to make it look nice, but Look, I'm not a tiler, but it's just not the type of thing that you want to be paving paths in, especially in conditions like this, which is humid and wet as well. So, but anyway, it's how they do it. But guys, have a look around. This is the main road, and like I said, it's still early, so it's not overly busy, but it is quite pretty. Shops aren't open yet. Little restaurants for breakfast are open, but all their main shops aren't open yet. A lot of tattoo shops. Again, guys, reminds me a lot of Thailand. And if you actually look at the even if you look at the cabling, the electric cabling that they've got, exactly like Thailand. You know, it looks like it's been someone has just put it together themselves. You know, it doesn't look like it's a professional job, but obviously it is. But again, guys, very similar to Thailand. And one thing I think I mentioned earlier, they're Hindu here in Bali. Balinese are Hindu. But yeah, really cool place. Really cool place so far. But anyway, I'll be exploring a little bit more Seminyak, and we'll see how we go. But that's my little walk through the main road there. Very pretty. Okay fam, so the sun's really come out now. I'm still in Seminyak, but I've moved towards a place called Legion Beach. But man, how beautiful is it now when the sun's come out, sky's nice and blue. Nice thing is, most of the tourists here all pretty friendly, and the ocean is nice and warm, guys. Oh. But as you can see, it is more of a surf beach, but the thing is, the surf is right out there. So if I wanted to walk and stand just down here, you could still do that. But wow, look at that, guys. And all along the beach there, there's all beach bars all the way along. So I've walked all the way from Seminyak, which is all the way down the end there. But there's all beach bars all along, places you can eat. It's beautiful, beautiful place, guys, beautiful. I can now see why people love Bali so much. And mind you, all I've done so far is just this thing in the morning. Like I said earlier, I got here last night. It's only midday now. But now when the sun's out, the surf's up, and the sea is looking nice and blue and sort of green as well, aqua color. Wow, it's very pretty. And guys, hope you're enjoying this. And this is what you get when you come to Bali in Seminyak. Again, a beautiful spot. Okay fam, still in Seminyak, and check out this beautiful place. I was saying on my Instagram channel, one thing that these Southeast Asian, Bali, Thailand do well is these day clubs. This is not a hotel, this is just a place where you can come and eat, sit down. It's still 12 o'clock, so not many people have come out yet. But you've got the pool. I'm going to jump in there in a sec. 2 cocktails for 15 Australian dollars. You're right, you can bring it. And my friend here bringing my mango daiquiri. Thank you. And there you go, that's a mango daiquiri. Yeah, you can just leave it there. Thank you, mate. Thank you. And there you go, you got your mango daiquiri. 2 cocktails. Because it's still early, only $15. Oh wow, guys, this is beautiful. And I said earlier, that's one thing that they do really well in this in these areas here in Asia. These beautiful, beautiful places where you can just chill out. Oh man, this is so nice. Oh, jump in the pool. Oh man, what a life, huh? What a life. I can't wait to see when it gets busier and gets a bit sort of pumping a bit. This is a really cool joint. And I'm just literally, I found this just by walking along the beach. I went past Seminyak, where my street is for where I'm staying, and I just saw this. And it's not even part of a hotel. You can just walk off the street, jump in the pool. Fortunately, I had my swimmers, and there you go. You're basically in your own private. Look, I'm literally the only one here. Your own private bar, and the drinks are cheap too, which is even better. Anyway, guys, just enjoying myself here. Okay fam, behind me there's the Sunset Beach, the beach club which I was just at, where like I said you can just sit down, get something to eat, chill out. I've had my 2 slushy cocktails, feeling a bit happy. But what I love about this place, guys, look when you get in here. Look at the architecture. Typical Balinese architecture. And that is something that I think people love, the actual Balinese architecture. And these buildings are beautiful, guys. And like I said, the beach club is literally just there. How amazing is that? Alright fam, and one thing that I love about Bali is all these little side streets, all these little alleyways coming off the main road. And this is an actual street I'm on. And there's this beautiful restaurant, I've got to bring it around, an Italian restaurant right in there. Beautiful. But like I said, this is a little alleyway, little street, and comes out to the other side. And there's all the little shops, houses, all good things. All the motorbike taxis, as you can see down the end there. Another little alleyway. You've got to sort of look behind you, look in front of you when you're walking. A lot of motorbikes, guys. I'll switch it around so you can see what it looks like from the front. And all these little resorts. Like I said, it's all these little alleyways, and you just end up exploring and finding Namo, I think. There you go, down the main road down there. And again, this literally just goes around the back of the main road. And look how small these streets are. I mean, look at this car coming down. There's only really space for one car, and they've got to beep their horn as they come around. This one didn't. But they've got to beep their horn as they come around the corner, because they can't really see what's coming around the corner. Well, anyway, I'm going to start heading back. Look at this guy trying to turn. Wow. There you go. That just gives you an idea how small these streets are. Look at that. And he has to go down that alleyway. You'd think this is only for walking, but this is for driving. This is the actual road where the cars go. Amazing. Alright, this is an amazing Hindu temple behind me there. The main Hindu temple in Seminyak. Well, what's even more amazing is this intersection. It must be the most busiest intersection in Seminyak, but just have a look at this. Look at this chaos. Man, oh, I don't know. This is an intersection. Oh, remember you. No, it's all good, mate. Wow. Always everyone's standing for business all the time here, but check out this intersection, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, mate? You're right. Say hi to YouTube. But don't kill yourself while you're doing it. Oh, wow. Look at this intersection, guys. This is absolutely manic. Right in front of the temple. Oh, well, at least they haven't got far to go if something happens to them. And this Hindu temple, very interesting. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, fam, so I'm at the temple in Uluwatu, but I'm being very careful with my filming. I just walked past a bunch of monkeys, and they have stolen a number of cameras. I could see them in their hands, so I'm filming now because if we just walk past them, I put everything away, so you got to be a bit wary. I actually saw about 6 monkeys with mobile phones in their hand holding them, so 6 people lost their mobile phone somehow recently, so you just got to be a bit wary. But this is the temple at Uluwatu, and it looks beautiful, but just got to be careful. Wow, this is the view down here from the temple. I mean, this is the temple grounds, but it looks beautiful. I mean, the sea looks amazing. I'm trying to keep with the crowd though, because I don't want to get stuck on my own with these monkeys around. So, looks beautiful. Wow, amazing. Wow, guys, and again, these are the cliff top views, and I'm heading to the temple, which is up the top up there, but there's this path. Lucky there's no monkeys, not many monkeys around here, so you feel a bit safer. But it's almost like the Great Wall of China, walking down there. But it's beautiful. Wow. You feel a little bit more comfortable when there's no monkeys around. When there's monkeys around, you just got a feeling they're going to do something. Amazing. Right on top of this cliff. You see the sheer cliff there.
You want to check? Oh, thank you. Very hot. So hot.
Jeez.
Thank you. Nice.
Wow.
Good? Happy? Happy. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Cheers, you too.
And you also got to watch your step as you're walking, because there's a few steps unless you walk up the top. Oh man, this is so nice. It's really humid and sunny, but the views sort of take your breath away. You don't even think about that. Wow, so anyway, that's where we're heading up there. Okay fam, so I made it to the temple, top of the temple, and wow. And it's a Hindu temple. I said to you, the Balinese people are actually Hindu in Bali. And this ancient temple. Wow. You can see down there. Oh. A lot of steps, a lot of climbing, so if you do come, be ready. Look, that's sweat. It is very, very humid. It's actually not too hot, it's just humid. Wow, and you can see all this place, like a little maze here. And this apparently is where they worship, so you can't go into the parts where you worship unless you're going to worship, which I think means giving some sort of offering. There's monkeys up there as well, I don't know if you can notice. Wow. So Indonesia, Bali. A lot of people from different countries here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just show you the worship. So they obviously have their way of worshipping, praying.
Waktu pandemi aja tuh kelihatan. Pas pandemi
And if you look behind me, all types of people, Muslim, these guys here, Hindu, and I'll show you the actual worshipping that they're doing. That's all like food, and they go up there, and then they're praying down the bottom here. Fam, I mentioned this a lot when I was in Thailand, you know, how there's these amazing temples, ancient temples, that we never learnt about at school in Asia. And, you know, we think it's all about Europe. These things go much further back than Europe. Look at these temples. And again, this is Hindu, which is a connection to India. Yet we're in Bali, which is Southeast Asia, you know, so it shows you how these religions, Buddhism and all that is all connected. So it's amazing to be here though. I mean, again, every time I go to these places, I feel like I'm stepping back in time again and seeing how these people lived at another time. It's just a shame about those monkeys that scare me. So like I said guys, the monkeys are an actual god in the Hindu religion. So their offerings they leave also for the monkeys there, so they're eating all the offerings down here and all the way there, and they're all in the trees. You can hear them rustling around and that. But yeah, so the monkeys are God in their religion. Okay fam, so these guys here, they come and bring the offerings, and these are the actual offerings that are made by people. And then what happens, the monkeys will start coming soon. They're all getting ready, they can hear the motorbike, they know what the guy's going to do. And he leaves the offerings, the Hindu offerings for their monkey gods, which is very interesting. So he's just going to put those bits of food around everywhere, and these guys are just going to eat it. Okay fam, check this out. Pandawa Beach at Uluwatu. The temple, Uluwatu Temple, is not far from here, but it's just the traffic. When you're driving down here, the traffic is ridiculous, but once you get here, it is amazing. Beach is very different to Kuta, a lot cleaner. The sand is more grainy, and it's more proper sand. It's more like sand you get in the Mediterranean over here. And even the water looks like you're in the Mediterranean. Look at that, look how calm it is. The waves are breaking all the way out there, so once you get out here, it's pretty calm. But I think there's some rocks in there, as you can see here. So there's rocks underneath there. So again, it's more like a Mediterranean type of sea, which is interesting. Kuta isn't that far, it's further up north, so we're south. But just amazing how the whole sea changes as you come south. But what a beautiful place, guys. And as you can see, you've got all your beach beds as per normal. And the mountains as you come down. Some beautiful places here. Man, but this is a lot quieter. I think a lot more beach people. Some beautiful boats, very similar to Thailand, similar to the long boats in Thailand they've got down there. And you've got kayaks you can hire and everything. But again, guys, from the main part of Bali, Seminyak and that, you're looking at about more than an hour and a half to get here, but only because of the amount of traffic. It is just an absolute nightmare of traffic. I'll tell you, I thought Thailand, the driving and the traffic there was bad. Over here, it is another level. You know, multiply it by 10, 15 times compared to Bali. It is just another level here. But it's a beautiful place, guys. Look at this. Wow, this is like, again, everywhere I seem to go, like a little paradise. I don't know if you can tell up the top up there, there's some homes, beautiful homes. In Bali, you've got some magnificent homes, guys, I tell you, and you're looking over the water. I can see one right on the cliff there. But, wow. Anyway, guys, after the temple, now it's my turn to chill out a bit, walk around here, and just take in this breathtaking view. Okay, fam, so I just found little rocky outcrops so I can go in the water. The funny thing is, I just stepped in there when I was filming my Instagram vid. And like I said, it's very much like the Mediterranean. I've been to Mykonos. It reminds me of Mykonos. It's sort of rocky under your feet, and I've got very soft feet, so I feel every step and every rock. But this little bit here, there's no seaweed or anything, and oh, you sort of slide into the water. But then you sort of got to watch where you're walking, because as you're walking, there's rocks underneath. The good thing is the water's clear, so you can see to the bottom. But yeah, you just sort of step on rocks and you sort of got to go, ouch, as you're walking. But wow, guys, look how clear this is. And every now and then, a little bit of a higher wave comes. Not a high wave. So I had to put my bag down on the rocks there, because my bag got a little bit wet, but it isn't a big thing. But like I said, look at this. Crystal clear water. Every now and then, a little bit of a higher wave comes. But oh, how good does this feel? Wow. Beautiful Bali. And again, Bali's an island, so when we say Bali, people think of it like a city, but Bali's an island, so this is the south of Bali. And like I said, Kuta, and well, Seminyak, where I'm staying, not far from Kuta, is a little bit further north and to the west. So this is very much south of the island, and there's some beautiful islands apparently that you can go to out there, and I'm going to try and see whether I can catch one before I leave, but I didn't even realise it. It just reminds me so much of Thailand. I mean, we're not far from there, same sort of region, but spectacular seas. Okay, fam, so I just explored a bit and walked a bit further down from where I was earlier at Pandawa Beach. And it's like a little hidden gem. It's where the cliff tops are. I didn't think you could actually come down here, but I'll turn the camera around and show you the other side. But these rocks are just sitting out here in the ocean. And wow, it's full of these caves that you can just, people that know come down here, like the locals by the looks of it. And it's just got all these caves everywhere. And you've even got, as per normal, little shrine up the top there. Not a Buddhist shrine, I was going to say Buddhist, Hindu shrine up there. But there you go, guys, you've got all these caves in here, and these are where the people who are in the know to get out of the sun come and sit down here. So I'm just going to take you for a walk through here as I jump around, so if the camera's moving around a bit. But look at that, wow. And like I said, you've got the boats, sort of long tail boats out there. And then you've got the caves in here. Oh, and I'll tell you what, I'm just stepping out here and it's so cool down here. It's beautiful. So these guys have got the best spot. And there you are, just right on the ocean. So you don't need to pay for any sunbed. You just come and sit out here. And obviously you've got all the locals coming out here. And there you go, all the caves down here. Well, you can go all the way pretty deep in there too. by the looks of it. Oh damn, there's a log there. I thought it was a dog. So, right. Right. So there's the caves in here. And there's a group of guys. I mean, if you're sitting in here, honestly, if you come and check it out, you sit in here and literally that's what you're looking at. So you've got your own shady spot there. Beautiful, Pandawa Beach. Okay fam, so I made it to the Tanah Lot Temple, a very important, famous Hindu temple dating back to the 16th century. And what a journey to get here, I'll tell you what. It's not very far from where I'm staying in Seminyak, but it was a moto taxi, and honestly, oh man, it was like being on your scariest roller coaster for literally 45 minutes with every turn being a case of surprise. You could die at any turn. Never again. I don't know how I'm going to get back, but I doubt it's going to be moto taxi. But I'm here now, so just getting past a lot of people here, guys. Just getting past these people, but oh wow, it looks awesome so far. But I'll show you a little bit more as we get along. There's some arches behind us. The temple is sort of on the water, on the ocean, and it's there's still some prayers and stuff going on in here, but it's on the ocean. So I'm going to get over there and film it for you. But wow, it looks amazing so far. Okay fam, so this place is hectic, but there's the temple. It's on that island there. And what you can do, you can actually walk across here to get there, but it's got to be low tide, so the tide's got to drop a bit and then we can all walk over. So all these people, that's why there's so many people here. But that's the temple over there, and hopefully I'll be able to get over there. I didn't realise you have to wait for the tide to drop. It looks amazing though, the temple was built there in the 16th century, all the way over there. But looking around, guys, it's packed with people here. Like I said, it's a very important temple for the Hindu religion here in Bali, so that's why it's so important. Even people from Indonesia travel here to basically see the temple itself. But check that out. Just sitting there. And the walkway is literally just in that little gap there. But as you can see, the water's pretty high up there, so we have to sort of wait for a little bit. I've got to find out how long we've got to wait for. But we just got to wait for the tide to drop, and I think the water still goes over the walkway, so you can just walk through the tide, almost like walking on water, but you just have to wait for it a little bit. But guys, it is boiling hot as well. Alright fam, so I managed to get a bit of a better position so you can see that little bit there is where the crossing is. And as you can see, the water's a little bit high up, but from here I can see that there's like rocks underneath which lead up to the temple. So from the other side of the temple, or from the other side of what we're looking at, is where you see the temple clearly. However, you need to be on a boat to sort of get a real good view of it. But let's see how long it takes for this to lower. It looks like it might be getting low tide, looking at the sand and where the waves are at the moment. But hoping that it's not too long before we can walk around there. Okay fam, and next to the temple there's all these little alleyways and walkways where they're selling a lot of tourist stuff out here. Also a lot of Balinese things as well. And I'm just following these little walkways around. Looks pretty cool. I'm going to get a drink because I am absolutely dying and waiting for that tide to drop so we can cut across to the temple itself. But everywhere you go around here, guys, there's all artwork. There's some coffee down here. Very interesting place. But as you can see, guys, beautiful little alleyways. But I'm going to grab something to drink because I am dying. Oh boy, what a trek to get here. And I just hope we can make it across. I'm trying to work out which one's the best. There's a few cafes and places to eat. I haven't tried any Balinese food, unfortunately. Bit of a chicken. I'm just a bit worried of getting food poisoning, but obviously definitely drink. No problem with that. I'm moving across a bit further down so I can sit and get a view of the temple on the other side. But as you can see, guys, I've just walked all that way. It's just an alleyway, and these are all restaurants there. They're in the shadows, so you might not notice it properly. But wow, They're very pretty, and they're overlooking the sea there, and at sunset, the sunset's right across that sea there, so it's really known as being a sunset place, so a lot of people come down here to see the sunset and go over to the temple as well. I've come, this is the middle of the day, but like I said guys, look at the views you get from here, fantastic. Okay fam, as you can see behind me, you can see a little bit more of the temple there. From this side, the trees are in front of it from the other end. I've come to a little cafe, I'll get in the shade here so you can see all the cafes that are down here. But from here you can see a little bit more, so I can imagine how impressive it is from the front. But wow, to think they built this before the 16th century. I'll tell you what guys, the way these people built things back in those days, I have no idea how they did it, but it is very impressive. Okay fam, so I've just met the Luwak. These little guys here. And they basically eat these beans. When they poo the beans out, they make coffee. So basically from their poo, their poo is washed and this coffee is made from it. And here they are here. I'm trying to work out what they look like. They're mixed between a few different animals. But look at them. They're unique to Indonesia?
All Indonesia have luwak.
All Indonesia has luwak. Wow. Other countries or just Indonesia?
I think just
Indonesia. So these are specific to Indonesia. They're so cool. And this one's having something to eat. Look at his eyes. It looks like he's nocturnal. Got something to drink. Wow. So guys, this one here. Look at that. So basically, yes, you're right. If it doesn't bite me. So basically this one eats those seeds, and like I said, they poo the seeds out, they're washed, and they make this coffee. And apparently it's a very expensive, very unusual coffee. What an unusual thing. And they're specific, like the man said, to Indonesia, these animals. The luwak. Very interesting. And this is down here at the temple. And I'm looking at the eyes, I can tell they're nocturnal by the sound of it, by the looks of it. Yes, you're nocturnal, aren't you? Whoa, big mouth, huh? Jeez, I thought it was going to bite me there. How cool is that? Look at these guys. Oh, there's a cat meowing. I thought these guys were meowing. They look like they're very lazy animals, so I think maybe they eat a lot of these beans. And this is the coffee here that they make. Is this the coffee here? From them?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the coffee there. And these are the seeds, yeah?
Yeah, that's the poop.
That's the poop. So this is what they poop, guys. Wow. And they make this coffee here. How cool is that? Okay fam, so they've finally opened up the crossing. As you can see, people going across there to get to the temple. The only thing I realized is that when you get to the temple, there's two gates on either side there. So you can't actually go up, I don't think, into the front, which is the main view of the temple. So I can see all the people crossing, but I'm thinking, you can see as the waves come up, it's still pretty high. So I'm thinking, is it worth getting soaked to just literally stand here? Because I want to get to the front of the temple, so I'm waiting to see what happens there. But as you can see, we've made it down. I was up there before filming. That's where you come from earlier. But honestly, I want to get to the front of the temple and get into the temple. So I'm waiting to see what happens here at the Tanah Lot Temple. Let's see. Okay fam, so I made it across. I took the risk. If you read these waves properly, you'll be able to work out when you can cross. So there are certain points where the wave doesn't come up too high. And I managed to get across here, but unfortunately you can't go in to the temple. And the main view of the temple is from the other side. So the temple is up there, but this is as close as you can get to the actual temple itself, which is a shame, because I think it would have been so cool to actually see the front of it and how this 16th century temple, again, they built this 16th century. So these waves, we're crossing it now, and working it out ourselves. So how did they build this, working out the crossing of this little bit here? So anyway, like I said, the people back in the ancient times, not just the Europeans, all over the world, were a lot smarter than we are now. But there you go, guys, right on the water. So now I'm going to try and cross back over safely, reading those waves. Okay fam, I was saying the trick to this crossing here is reading these waves. Now the only issue with that is there's a lot of people here. So you might be reading the waves, but if they're going too slow in front of you, you're stuck, you get drenched. So you can see you can't cross now because you get soaked on this one. But you also, I'm going to talk, oh shit, I've got to also try and keep an eye on the floor. Okay, here we go. I'll wait for this one to go through, and then we're going through all right. Oh jeez. Quick, 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 before the next one comes through. Up, up, here we go, here we go. Oh good, I read that pretty well, if I don't say so myself. Oh man, there you go. Shorts didn't get wet, clothes didn't get wet, bag didn't get wet, cameras didn't get wet. There you go guys, as easy as that. Oh well, made it to the temple. Okay guys, so the Tanah Lot Temple is a beautiful temple by the looks of it. Just a shame that you don't get to go inside the temple, which is really the main reason to come down. So in that respect, I think it's a little bit disappointing that you can't go in. I don't know if that's all the time or just today, but just walking across the water, getting in there is a bit of an experience. But the area itself, it's not just the temple. There's like it's like a little city here. There's all these little alleyways. People, I don't know if they live here. It's all businesses, but you know, so it is an experience to come down here because it's not just the temple. I mean, and plus you see this all around me. Looks like there's all other small temples similar to Thailand, where you've got you know, a main temple and then all these other ones. Oh, there's other things here. So it is interesting. And then being on the water, of course, that's something that's amazing in itself, the way they built it. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, it would have been nicer if you can actually go inside the temple itself. But yeah, what an amazing place. It would cost about 75,000 of their money to come into this I would say a complex. It's not really just a temple, which is about $7.50 Australian. So it's not overly expensive. It's pretty cheap. But like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful place though. But just a shame you can't go inside that temple, which is the main thing, on the water. But look, it could be, I mean, built in the 16th century. They want to keep it preserved. It's not uncommon in Europe as well. We've got the similar sort of things where you can only go in certain buildings. But once again, guys, we're here, Tanah Lot Temple. Like I was saying earlier, fam, so this complex is quite big. There's the temple there again, which you can't get into. The walkway that people are crossing over. The main area that I was filming in earlier. And then you come all the way down here and there's a lot of small temples. And I think this is how I mean, they're Hindu here, but I suppose even the Thais with their Buddhism, they build a number of different temples. So it's just interesting how they're all connected. And then you keep walking all the way down there. So there's all this is all part of the same place. So it isn't that bad in that respect, the fact that you've got so many different places that you can visit while you're here. But like I said, inside these, I think it's because it's Hindu, I'm not too sure. You need to make offerings, etc., before you actually go in. So it's just part of their, I suppose, their tradition or their culture. But that's basically what it looks like, because you can film inside. And as you can see, there's always offerings that people have made in there. So it is one of those things that yeah, you've got to respect different people's beliefs and culture. So that's very, very important. Thank you. Very important. Anyway, guys, like I said, it's a big place. I'm going to explore a little bit more, but it's very interesting, very beautiful. One thing that's interesting here, guys, like I said, Bali is not only a tourist destination for a lot of us foreigners, but even for the Indonesians. And if you can see in the background when I'm speaking to you there, a lot of these Indonesians, they're dressed in their traditional clothes and they've come as families. And from what I can see is when they travel, they've even got big signs saying this is the family and the name of the family they've travelled together. So they come as an actual, they come as a family, and they're all dressed in their traditional outfits. So it's really pretty, very, very beautiful. And what I noticed, and I spoke to somebody else who mentioned this to me, there's my driver actually, who said that with the Balinese, they're Hindu, and they all have their family temple. And when you look from the outside, it looks like a temple, but when you go in, the residences are all inside the building. So it's almost like a little fortress, small fortress, where all the families live. So they've got a very communal living system here, which is nice and interesting as well. So they all live together, they all grow up together. Families, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, a whole lot. And as you can see behind me, I mean, I don't know, they're in the shades, I don't know if you can see them clear. I don't want to put the camera in their face, but they're all dressed in their traditional Indonesian clothes. So that's nice as well. It's not like a outfit just to go out there. That's how they dress traditionally. But very beautiful, guys. Very beautiful place. Look at this area. Spectacular. Okay, fam, so I'm just exploring a little bit of this area, and there's so many temples inside this place. I mean, we're right on the water here, but it's just full of small little temples. But one thing I found interesting, which I don't know whether everyone will find this interesting, but if you have a look, obviously they got their sort of gods protecting their temples. I find this, they find this in a lot of these type of religious beliefs. Look at this beautiful door. I mean, this is the door to go in. Actually, you know what? Should I open it? Okay, so it is shut. But what I found interesting is, look at this. Can you see that? Let me step back. That is a swastika. Yes, a swastika. So I got to look up and find out what a swastika means in the Hindu religion, because it's literally just sitting up there on the door, and it looks quite normal, like it's part of what it should be. But just so you do see it clearly, that is definitely what it looks like. So maybe these Europeans were looking at these Eastern religions and using some of their symbolism for themselves. But again, guys, when you explore, you just find these unusual things all over the world that connect different people, for whatever reason, together. Okay, fam, so I made it to the temple in Ubud. So this is a bit north of Bali, inland. Let's get in the temple, see what it's like. Wow, it looks beautiful from outside. A nice drive down here. It's a Sunday. My driver said to me, if we go Sunday, it's not going to be as busy. And he was right, it didn't take us long at all. Usually it takes about 2 hours to get here. It only took us about 40 minutes. And what I worked out, to get around Bali, things don't take that long. Sorry, they're not that far, but they take long because of the traffic. The traffic everywhere is horrendous because the streets are tiny. But wow, this place looks awesome, guys. Look at that. Wow, old temple. Again, Hindu temple, guys. How nice is this? Wow, let's walk around and have a look at this a little bit. And there's a lot of... the funny thing is, guys, you see these people here, you think they're dressed like that for show. They actually dress like that in general here, a lot of people in Bali, so it's very traditional. I love it. Wow, guys, and as you come through the gates, it is amazing here. It's like a little city with all little entrances and places that you walk in. There's things going on here. They're making, or they're doing some flags. There must be some celebration going on soon, I think. As you can see, the people, the way they're dressed, local people. There's a few guides in here, but I'm walking around on my own. It is awesome. Look at this. Come through. Love these arches that they've got everywhere. Then you go through that. Wow. This is amazing, guys. Whew. So glad I come down here. At least I got into the temple today. But it's so peaceful and calm and relaxing in these temples. They're beautiful. Wow, look at that. I love the architecture, the ancient architecture. It was the way people built things. And again, I think I've said this before, even in Thailand, the whole pyramid thing, the way things go up and point in a certain direction. I love that. Hi, how are you? Wow, and these guys are all getting, looks like it's all pieces from the building, old pieces that they've restored or kept here without getting rid of them. So all these are ancient pieces that have come from, you know, digging and stuff here in the temple. Wow, this is amazing. Can't get over these places when I come to them. Just to think there's so much history around that we never really learnt of overseas. And even the way they use water in all these temples. I know it's for, you know, their religious purposes, but you know, what do we say? Water, fire, light, what is it? Something like that. You know, life, the way they think of life. Wow, but it's amazing. Okay fam, so the guys here getting ready for a ceremony that's going to be done today. Worshipping various and different gods to, well, as they do, they ask for help, they ask for blessings and stuff like that, from their gods obviously. But wow, just walking around this place, guys, it is amazing. Look at this ancient buildings, building materials. That, I mean, you can't see the detail, I don't think, from here, but you can see the detail and how they created these things years ago. I mean, we don't do that anymore, everything's simplistic now. But the detail in the stone carvings and stuff like that is amazing. And to think all this was done back then to prove their faith and stuff like that, so it is amazing. So this temple here, guys, it's not small, it's quite a big area. But apparently around here in Bali, because they're Hindu, there's a lot of these sort of family temples, which are similar to this, and the families live inside the temples. So there's a temple and then the dwellings are around it. So it's an interesting way to live. I think I mentioned that earlier. But I love it, guys. Well, being in these sort of places. All those buildings and that, guys. You can see it's old. You feel like you're in history. Beautiful. Alright fam, so I've arrived at the monkey forest in Ubud. Now the reason I'm filming here now, I can already see there's heaps of monkeys when you go in. There's a lot of warning signs. Monkeys may approach you, monkeys may jump on you, hide your belongings. So again, I'm filming like I did at the other temple in Uluwatu now, because I'm going to put things away and then I'll suss out whether I should be filming in there, because I don't want to lose this camera or my phone and everything else. But I can already hear them. Don't know if you can hear them there. And I can see people stopping and seem a bit worried, so you just got to be wary. So I may not be able to film inside, but we'll see. Okay fam, so the monkey forest, as you can see, it is a forest. It's beautiful. One thing, I'm filming in places where the monkeys aren't around. They'll be around down here. One thing I noticed though is they tell the people, don't look at the monkeys in the eye. And these Chinese people, they keep getting their son, little baby, to play with the monkey. They're trying to force it to play with the monkey, and it's dangerous, and the people keep saying to him, don't, they're going to get attacked. So I'm keeping my camera out because I've got a feeling something might happen to these people. They just don't get it. They're trying to get the monkeys to play with their son. Oh, here we go, they're doing it again. Let's see what happens here. Oh okay, no, they're watching the monkeys up in the trees. I thought it was down here. But as you can see, guys, a lot of people. Very interesting. And like I said, there's a whole heap of monkeys around. It's just that I'm filming in areas where they're not around. Here's some coming down from the top up here. What have they got there? They've got something in their mouth. What's he doing? I think he's got a bird. He's caught something there. There's a piece of chicken. Oh, Anyway, oh, here we go. There's a few down here. Oh wow, this guy is putting on a show for people here. Again, guys, I'm being very wary. I'm being like the monkeys. I'm watching them more than they're watching me. There they go, taking the bins. I mean, they seem okay, but you just got to be wary. You just can't trust them. Alright fam, so we're really into the forest now, but watch my Instagram and TikTok and you'll see what happens when you play with the monkeys. I filmed it. I knew this monkey was going to bite this guy because he kept trying to play with the monkey, and I didn't catch it on this camera, but I caught it on my video, on my phone camera. So have a look at my Instagram and you'll see the guy get bitten, and I knew it was going to happen. But look at this place, guys, beautiful. So you just got to be wary. They're not to be played with, these monkeys. Oh wow, one thing I wasn't expecting was a big temple here as well. And I think I mentioned to you guys about this kid and the parents kept bringing close to the monkeys. This monkey just jumped at him. Look, look, look. They told you so many times, do not go close to the monkey with the kid. Oh man, and you can see why. This is a family. There's groups, they're in families. But you can see there's one there with a baby. And look, 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 look. Now the monkey's not attacking because the kid's screaming. So guys, with the monkeys, when they tell you do not play with the monkey, that is the reason. These people didn't get it. I don't understand. They told them so many times. Wow. I'm sure they're going to go again. Alright fam, so I'm nearly done here, but check out this. It's a monkey gravesite. The monkeys that live in here. And the guy, I just heard him saying, because they're sacred, the monkeys, they look after them like people. Interesting. There's heaps around. I don't know if you can see them, but wow, interesting. But I'm nearly done here, guys. There's a few more temples in here, and like the guy was saying, they're sacred to the Hindu people, so, well, they treat them with respect. Although a lot of the tourists don't treat them with respect. That's a problem. Okay, fam, so I'm at the famous Bali swing. And as you can see behind me there, now the only thing is I'm not going to go on them because they're charging 400k or 40 Australian dollars. But even if you want to go on one, you've got to pay for a package, which is to do all of them. And I said to them, no, I don't want to do all of them, I just want to do one. And they said, oh no, you've got to pay 400, even if you do just one. So I thought, no way. I mean, although it's something, it's a big Instagram thing, you can see the people swinging across there. But no way, not 400 just for one swing. That's crazy. But it looks interesting. I've seen it on Instagram a lot. That's what they're looking at. You'll normally when you see the pictures. But like I said, not just for one swing. There's no way that I'll pay 400 just for one. But that's what they're charging at the moment here. Mind you, it's pretty quiet at the moment in terms of, it's not their busy season, so I'm surprised at that. But I think there might be a bit of a dodgy thing as well with the driver. They probably got a little interaction going, saying, okay, we'll give you a commission or whatever. But so I'm not doing the swing, but anyway, that's what it looks like. To be honest, it's not a big thing for me. It was going to be hard for me to film and do the swing at the same time, so I probably wouldn't have even got to film because I've got to hold the camera and swing as well. And as you can see, you swing pretty far out on top of that, so there you go. But anyway, that's the Bali swing, guys, and that's what you normally see behind the people that do it. Okay, fam, so I made it to the Ubud rice terraces, and very interesting when you look at it. It's actually not dissimilar to the swing where I was going to pay 400 for, and look behind me. You've got a swing up here as well. Oops, hopefully I'm not getting an upskirt there. But you've got the swing there and there's swings down here. So there's actually these to do here as well. So let's have a look at the rice terraces. Well guys, I didn't get to do the swing, but that's what it looks like. This one's the one down the bottom. You've got the bigger ones up the top there. But I mean, I've got to be careful where I'm standing here. But look at the rice terraces behind it. It's beautiful. Wow. Very, very pretty, guys, very pretty. And it goes down, so thing is, you've got to have a bit of a walk. Very humid here, guys. It's cloudy, but very humid. You've got to walk all the way back up there. But then when you come down to the bottom here, and then you've got your rice terraces up the top up there. Amazing. Alright fam, so this is as close as you get to the rice terraces from this end. But if you can see, the reason why it's so interesting is there's a water system. There's no irrigation here, but the way they've created their water system with holes in the cuts in the ground to make the water flow all the way through so that it keeps it wet so the rice can grow. It's very interesting, and it goes all the way up to the top up there as well. You alright? So in that respect, guys, it's very interesting to see how they do it without all the technology we have today, and they're still using the old technology for this. I don't know if you can notice, it's literally, looks like there's holes in each section they've dug out for the water to run through. And then you've got the top part up here. Alright, so that was a great visit to the rice fields of Ubud. And as you can see, love heart. Valentine's Day is around the corner. So I'm here with my Valentine, which is me, myself. I'm my own Valentine. What a beautiful place. It's so interesting to see how these rice fields work as well. Alright fam, down here the rice terraces, I'll tell you what, it is hectic. Everyone's trying to get you in. There's different places which show you the rice terraces for the swings and everything, and everyone's trying to get you into their particular one. So the traffic will just slow down a bit, but it's just noise and movement, a lot of people, and a lot of shops selling a lot of nice stuff actually. If I had a bit more time and if I had the space, I would actually bring some home. I actually have to find where I'm parked. I can't even remember. I think it was here. Okay fam, so this is the beach vibes at Kuta. So I'm at Lagian Beach. I'm just moving away from the music there because the music's going on pretty loud. Beach down here, sunset soon, late afternoon. Got all the deck chairs out there. So it's pretty chilled out. Pretty cool and chilled out area, look at that. Beautiful, late afternoon. Beach bars all along the beach here. Took a walk down here the other day during the day, very early, before everything opened. Now's the time that everything's open. And all along the beach here you've got all these deck chairs and everything else. You've got music playing. I'm hoping the music doesn't cause me a problem with YouTube and they block my video, but we'll see. But there you go guys, so nice. Beautiful atmosphere. The beach isn't the most beautiful beach in terms of the sand. The ocean, look at that, the ocean's all the way out at the moment. It's not bad, but it's not the most beautiful sandy beach. I mean, we've got nicer ones in Sydney, but the vibe is what this is all about down here. It's the vibe. All along this beach, all along as you go down this way, it's all basically bars and restaurants, live music, couches on the actual sand. So it's a beautiful vibe. It's very relaxed, very chilled out. Wow, I'm just looking at all the people. So this is the time everyone really comes down to the beach area. And I think they're already here to catch that sunset. That will happen probably in about another hour, I would say. And there's this path that you can see here. I walked it the other day, all along this beach, all the way to Kuta. So it's a good 3 kilometres or so. It doesn't take long to walk if you're fit. But yeah, beautiful. But I won't film down the end we're going here because there's live music. I don't know if YouTube will block that because it's live. It's not a what do you call it, recorder or anything. But we'll see. They love their reggae. like Bali's that vibe, reggae, chilled out vibe down here. I'm sure you can hear that song behind me. Like I said, hopefully YouTube doesn't cut the music out. It's beautiful. Like I said, Bali is a vibe. A very nice vibe. I can't really film the beach too much so you see all the people because just the sun setting there, so it's right into the sun. But all along the beach, on the actual walk while I'm doing here, there's all the bars, but then all the hotels are just behind me. Wow, stunning. Alright fam, so I'm at Legian, which is as you're walking between Seminyak and Kuta. And as you can see behind me there guys, it's pretty busy. The sun's setting soon. Everyone's going to start heading off to the bars and things like that soon I suppose, and restaurants. Different type of bars here to what you got to Bali. The bars here are a lot more, if you want to call it, a lot more calm. There's not like all bar girls and everyone's screaming to call you in. You just walk past. If you go in, you go in. If you don't, you don't. And they're not bar girls as such. They're bartenders. You know, no one's available for a price here. You know, these guys are all they're just working, and that's it. There's nothing else attached to it, like it is in Thailand, where everyone's available for a price. They call them bar girls, but they're actually a lot more than bar girls over there. But over here, they're actually, like I said, just working, and there's guys that work here as well, so they're just working in the bar, that's it. So it's a lot different in that respect. But very busy, you see all the motorbikes there. But like I said, Bali seems to be a vibe, and I like it. I think I like it more than Pattaya anyway. I would imagine, I haven't been to Phuket, I think Bali has more of a Phuket vibe, because you get a lot more younger people here as well, tourists, and the tourists aren't just, I think there was a time when Bali was known as just people who drink and get drunk. But I haven't really seen that since I've been here. Maybe I haven't gone to the right places, but where I am in Seminyak, I don't really see that. So I'm not really sure what that's about. But look at the amount of bikes here, guys. Wow. Look at that. So everyone's out to enjoy their night tonight, which is good. And guys, check this out. Check the lady up behind me. You can see there, balancing that on the head. One thing that I like about Bali, if you see that there behind me, it's a laneway. But people go down there. I think it's to walk. But people ride their bikes down. I have no idea where it goes, but there's all these little laneways and alleyways, which I think gives it a bit of character here. Seems interesting. But it gives it a bit of character as well, the place. All these little alleyways. It's like it was built for motorbikes only here, but cars somehow managed to get in here. It's pretty cool. So I really like it. It's very, very nice vibe. Okay fam, so this is the main road between Seminyak, Legian and Kuta. As you can see, it's a main road. Doesn't look like a main road, does it? But this is the main road that's off the beach. So when you come down here, if you want to walk or you're going to travel, this is the main road that you travel on. So you can see why there's so much traffic over here, because it's not a very big street. But this is the way it is here in Bali, guys. This is sort of one of the bigger roads that you're going to find in Bali. Or sorry, when I say in Bali, in the Kuta region. There's one or two larger ones, very small area, a bit further out. But in the centre, this is why there's so much traffic, because this is the size of the streets. And as you can see going past me, non-stop, it's very busy. It's still early in the morning. Hey guys, so I'm at Kuta, the beach, and my friend here has got a, what is this, bow and arrow?
This is the bonero, the big one. This is the blow dart.
Check this out, and blow darts in there. And he just put it straight through his
This is bonero, you put it like this.
Phone.
Bonero. It's special price for you, boss.
Oh, sorry man, look, he's trying to sell me the bow and arrow, and I'm explaining to him, in Sydney, Australia, they'll stop us at the airport with a bow and arrow. Very much so, they won't let you through. But all good, very nice, mate. Just be careful where you point it. No, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Thank you. And look guys, it's all surfing this morning. Surf's up, people out on the surf. The guys on the surfboards over here, so really cool. But guys, this guy shot that bow and arrow to show me how it works. It's serious, this thing flew, oh, man. You guys, be careful when you point the thing, you know. But yeah, a lot of beach vendors here guys, but they're not too bad, they leave you alone if you say no. But wow, surf's up. Okay fam, and behind me there is the main shopping centre here in Cuba. It's actually pretty cool. They got some really top shops in there, you know, like nice brands, so very interesting. So it's just in there. I didn't go in because you got to put the shirt on and dress up and everything. Well, not dress up, but you got to dress appropriately obviously. But I'm on the beach, it's nice and warm, I don't feel like putting on a shirt, taking it off again, just to show you the inside of the shops. But like I said, a lot of nice brands in there. And one thing when you're in Kuta or in Bali guys, you got to watch for traffic all the time. These guys will just run straight at you and expect you to move. But there you go, I think it's called Beach Walk. Beach Walk Shopping Centre. Very nice. Okay fam, so this is what the main streets in Kuta look like as you're heading towards the beach. You can see behind me, I know they're in the shade and the shadows, the shops there, but basically you can buy pretty much everything and anything here on the streets. And what I'd say is their clothes are actually quite nice. I mean, like I said, because they're inside, you're sort of not seeing them properly. The streets are very busy though, as you can normally tell. But their clothes are actually quite nice guys. Beachy sort of clothes, and I don't know about hippie, especially for the ladies. Even the guys, the board shorts and stuff like that. Not too bad. I mean, if you want to come in and do a bit of shopping, even their bags and hats and stuff like that, they got nice nice style actually. A lot nicer than I saw in Thailand, and a lot nicer than the beach areas in Sydney. And I think they're relatively cheap, their stuff, so very nice. But like I said, this is basically what you're going to see on most of the streets as you walk around the touristy areas of Seminyak, Kuta, Legian. But yeah, it's actually quite pretty. It's full of restaurants and cafes, obviously. It's catering to tourists, but they are really nice. I've got to admit, I've been to a few. They're really nice. You got the odd, when I say odd, you've got quite a few of the massage places and all this down here. But the difference between here and Thailand, for example, the massage places you just walk past, you have the odd girls on the side, they'll be asking you, do you want a massage? But most of the time they don't really take any notice of you unless you're going to all go in and have a massage. And I think around here they just do a proper massage. They might do something else. Well, I'd say they probably do, but they're not going to do too much more. But yeah, it's very nice, very nice. Like I said earlier, the vibe, I love the vibe of Bali. But there you go guys, just walk down one of the main roads and that's what it looks like. Okay fam, so I made it to Canggu Beach. And Canggu is a little bit further from Seminyak, but it's like an upmarket area of Kuta and Bali. Very nice area, but this is really a surfer's beach. I don't know if you can see out there. There's literally maybe 50 odd surfers out there all waiting for the waves, but the area itself is beautiful. Very nice area. You see the beach itself goes all the way, but even driving down here, nice little apartments, nice houses, so you can see why it's an upmarket area. And the beach is a little bit different, like the beach is more rocky, so all the bits where you've got the restaurants are up high, as you can see over here. So all the restaurants are up at the top, whereas in Seminyak they're all on the beach itself. So, wow, another beautiful part of Bali guys. I don't want to go too close, hitting the waves, they're breaking really hard and they're coming up right up to where I am here, look at that. But then it goes out pretty fast, so you think it's gone out. If you get out too far, it breaks inside again. Okay fam, so I'm walking through the streets of Canggu and I got corrected on that. I thought it was Canggu, it's actually Canggu. There's C, you say Ch, but it's Canggu, and as you can see guys, it's very similar to the other streets and the tourist places, but I do think from what I've seen, the places around here are a little bit more upmarket, as I said earlier, but I can see that now. Even some of the little hotels and guest houses and condos and things like, well, not condos, villas, they seem to be a bit more upmarket, a little bit more boutique rather than commercialized. So it reminds me a little bit of, if you've been watching or if you follow my channel because of Thailand, it reminds me a little bit of Chiang Mai, except you've got the sea here. But guys, a beautiful little spot, and I would definitely recommend this area. If you can't stay because of the prices, at least to visit, because it's definitely got a different vibe as well down here. And like I said, Bali is a vibe in general, so it just adds to that vibe. Look at these places here, guys, wow. And very traditional Balinese dwellings as well. So you really feel like you're in Bali, and like I said, the people, again, you're not going to find old men walking around here looking for ladies, you know, there's none of that happening here. It's a lot of, like I said, like a Chiang Mai crowd. A lot of younger people, a lot of tourists, travellers, almost hippie-ish. But I love it, guys, very, very nice. Okay, fam, so it's my last night in Bali, here in Seminyak on the beach. As you can see, low tide. I've walked almost, oh geez, I've walked so far I feel like I'm going to go all the way into the ocean. But anyway, guys, I've had a great time. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Bali's really surprised me, guys, I've got to admit. It's getting evening, almost sunset here. But I'll tell you what, it's very much surprised me. I thought it was going to be full of bogans, full of people that not really that I want to hang around with. But I'll tell you what, it surprised me so much, guys. It's got a lot of culture here. I don't know if it's because of their religious aspect or their temples, the character of the place, the houses, the little streets, the little laneways. Yes, people don't like the traffic. The traffic is horrendous. But it's got so much character, guys. I love it. It surprised me so much. The crowd, very different to Pattaya, where I lived for a year. Young crowd. You've got older people as well, but, you know, people that like to drink just like they do in Pattaya. But it's a very different crowd, guys. The people that are here, I think are here more for the culture. Yes, it's a different lifestyle, but I think I said earlier, Bali is a vibe. Very different to Pattaya. Pattaya is just fun, looking for ladies, and that's it. But over here, it's a vibe, guys. It's a lifestyle. Very, very different. And even better, it's only a few hours from Australia. So is Thailand, but this is even closer. So big thumbs up from me for Bali, especially here, Seminyak, where I am. But guys, definitely come and visit and get prepared to experience a bit of culture and also see a way of life that you don't see very often. But it's a great place to come, guys. I recommend it to anybody. Don't listen to people that tell you it's all bogans, all people drinking. That happens everywhere. But I haven't actually experienced it as much as I did in Pattaya. And the crowd is very different crowd. The crowd is a vibe. Chilled out, relaxed, hippie-ish if you like, but they're just here for the lifestyle. And it's an amazing place. Enjoy it, guys.